Come on. I know I said it again, right? I dated myself. Right? Well, okay, so there's no MySpace. My bad. Okay. So anyway, you're gonna either spend your time on social media, on your computer, or some of you are gonna say, this is a tool. And we are in a global economy, a knowledge and information-based economy, and this tool, I can make some money with it. Right? But it's a choice. We're gonna have a choice of what we do, so that's what we're gonna talk about. Next slide. So this is our organization. It started here with the K-12 education program, and the first cohort of students are now employed. One of them is the right hand to the CEO of U-Haul International. He's over the conversion of all of their vehicles from gas to electric. He's from Kansas City. Nesby Junior chapter, we go from the STEAM Village to Nesby Junior K-12 to our 18 and up. And we also have a TV channel. You can go to Roku, Apple TV, you can see our TV channel. Google STEAM Village TV. Next slide. That's a little bit about us. Now we're gonna get in and talk about y'all. This is my favorite picture, right? Literally, this is your first 12 years of your life. I mean, your first 12 years of your education. Everybody's telling you what to do, what to learn, how to learn it, where to learn it, and giving you an A, B, C, D, right? Right? But now, you got this same bridge, but you're going this bridge of adults. So I ask you to ask your question. What is your choice? Will you dare to be different and dare to be great? Or will you go down the road of average and mediocrity? That's a choice you all have to make. Next slide. Education. We're going to redefine education right now. Did y'all know Dr. King made this quote? Repeat after me. The function of education, is to teach one to think intensively, and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. Have you all heard that before? Is it reflected in your diploma? Is it reflected in your grades? Probably. I say it is, right? Because that's you, that's your heart, and that's who you are, right? So I'm gonna ask you all to dream big and dare to be different and dare to be great. Next slide. Our program believes that we can disrupt poverty through education. And we believe that, and we've proved that. Those young people I told you making $31 an hour, that is each of you all. Right? You're gonna have to go to college. Wouldn't it be great to finish college without a bunch of bills and a bunch of debts? Right? Wouldn't it be great to finish college and maybe even have a business like Tony, that one I told you left and started a business, 2 or 3, first 2 failed, but he didn't stop, right? Wow, people calling me on my phone, sorry. Okay, next slide, let's go on. So, you're gonna actually get a laptop. You're gonna get an IT certification called a digital literacy certification. And it's gonna be the beginning, of a pathway that can lead you into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pathways. Information security, networking cloud, IT service management, software development, and training. Now, before I go any further, let me ask you all a question. Raise your hand high if you've heard of the Society of Women Engineers. Boom, beautiful. 4. We're 4 better than we were this morning. Raise your hand high if you have heard of the Society of Hispanic Engineers. Beautiful. We've got more. Okay, raise your hand if you have heard of the National Society of Black Engineers. Perfect. 4. What do you know about those programs I just told you about?
Well, I know mostly they're from minorities, of course, and it makes the society a lot easier and better because not a lot of people actually go into those types of programs. It wasn't offered in the beginning.
It wasn't offered. Let me tell you all something. Take your pencil, write down Society of Women Engineers if you're a woman, and if you're a male or a woman, write down the Society of Hispanic Engineers, and write down the National Society of Black Engineers, and Google those. And here's why. Y'all see that? What does that mean? Money. Money. That young man I told you about, he left Kansas City with $30,000 in scholarship money because of NSBE. Every year, NSBE has a conference where they have a college fair that's giving away scholarships to juniors and seniors, and they have a career fair, and they're hiring, I tell you, juniors, sophomores, juniors, and seniors in college go to this convention and they get hired by Northrop Grumman, Microsoft, Boeing. You need to look at this, okay? I'm sorry that most of you haven't heard it, but I'm telling you, that's a resource for your money to fund your college. Fortune 1, Fortune 500 companies pour millions of dollars into NSBE, SWE, Society of Women Engineers, Society of Hispanic Engineers, to give scholarships to rooms like this, okay? Next slide. Well, no, go back. All right, one more, forward. No, there we go. So, what you're gonna do is IC3GS6, and it is basically preschool. Once you get these certifications, you're gonna get a laptop. You do not have, it's not rocket science. You guys know all of this stuff. I've gotta give you a pacing guide for 4 weeks. I've seen it done in a week, okay? So, but I wanna point this out. When you finish this, you can take any one of these courses, and I'm gonna do this. The first one of these courses in the beginner on any one of these pathways, information security, network, cloud, IT service management, is a CompTIA A+ certification. It is an industry recognized certification, recognized globally by Microsoft, Google, Tesla, everybody. If you complete the IC3GS6, and when you get your laptop, you can make a request. I would like to have the A+ 101, A+ 102 courses. We will give you those courses, no charge. You're probably gonna look at it on your syllabus and they're gonna charge you at college. We're gonna give you a heads up, okay? A step up. Next slide. Now, brain sports, 100% of the players will go pro. This is a job, career, business. There's a job, career, and business out there for you. You guys see these career technical educations. We're not a school, right? But what you do see, agriculture, arts, media, entertainment, building construction, fashion, interior design, health science, medical technology, hospitality, tourism. Can we go back a slide, one slide? All of this stuff, back, is at the foundation of all of these CTEs. So what we're doing is giving you a tool, the computer, and we're giving you the curriculum, the certification to put you on a path so that you can make that choice. Okay, next slide. Another note I want you to take down, Justice 40. Justice 40. Justice 40 initiative. How many of you, raise your hand if you've heard about the $1 billion infrastructure bill? One person. 2 people, you've heard about it, right? This means that 40% of that $1 billion infrastructure has to go into underserved communities and tribal lands. And guess what? It's not happening because, guess what? We're not standing up projects. What we're hoping that you will end up doing is looking at things, learning, researching, and saying stand-up projects, because that money that us people 60 and older are talking about and policing about, that's your money. Now, it's gonna be up to y'all to make the decision. Are you gonna stay on social media? Are you gonna learn more, dig deeper, and go and find it, right? All right, next slide. Now, let's get into the certification. IC3GS6, Office 2016. This is what your learning system's gonna look like. There are 30 lessons total. It's only 24 hours of content. 24 hours of content. You have your content, you have your resources, you have your bookmarks, you have your glossary, my activity, and I made it even different. I made it even easier for you. I took all of the resource books and put it in a folder called Week 1. All of the resource books for the second one, put it in Week 3. So all of the answers are there. But again, you have a choice, right? That choice is, I can take the answers, not learn anything, answer the questions, get my laptop. That's a possibility. One day I'll probably be pulling up to McDonald's and say I'd like a quarter pounder of cheese. And you'd be like, yo, Mr. Wells, you didn't study, you didn't do it, right? Or you can take that laptop, you can take this free curriculum, you can take the A+, and you can say, you know what? I don't wanna be working when I'm 40 or 45, and I know that they need somebody to fix these kiosks that are replacing these cashiers. That can be me. Or if I'm gonna design clothes, that can be me. But getting this digital literacy is your foundation. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay, next slide. Let's dive into it. There's only 3 modules. Computer fundamentals. Raise your hand if you've used a computer. That means y'all have already gotten all of this lift, right? It's one thing to use something, it's another thing to use something and master it, right? Like, I don't work on cars, but I drive cars. So when my car breaks, what do I have to do? Get broke. I had to reach in my pocket as a consumer and pay somebody who said, you know what, I like cars, I'm gonna learn cars, I'm gonna master cars so I can fix your car, right? So it's the same thing. So we have computer fundamentals, key applications, and living online. Next slide. Key applications, computer fundamentals, there's only 10 lessons. As you complete a lesson, it will tell you what your percentage is. I'm sorry, I mean to be in your way. Tell you what your percentage is. There's a pre-assessment. Take the pre-assessment once and keep it moving. Take the pre-assessment one time. If you got 100 or 10, doesn't matter. Just take it once. But do the tutorials. If there's a lab, do the labs, okay? Take 24 hours of your time and do the work, master it, because if you master this first step, everything else is gonna come easy to you, okay? So, that's the computing fundamentals. Next slide. Key applications. Word processing. Can somebody tell me what is the word processing? What application do we use for word processing?
Word.
Word. There we go. Spreadsheets. What application we use for spreadsheets?
Excel.
Yes. What do we use for databases?
Sheets.
Excel. Excel, right? People don't realize that Excel is at the core of a lot of your databases, a lot of the video games, at the core of it is the Excel spreadsheet. So, do I use Excel just to log my inventory, or can I use Excel and use the formulas, do calculations, put my own AI to it? That's why you need to learn and master this. Presentations, what do we use for presentations? PowerPoint, okay. App culture, next slide. Living online. Now, internet navigation, functionality, email clients, calendar. How many of you in here use a calendar? Y'all on time. So y'all on time everywhere you go? For the most part. Use your calendar. Every phone has one. Every smartwatch has one. Every computer has one, especially if you use an email client. That will help you do what? Somebody help me out. Time management and organize your what? Organize your life, right? Makes it easier. Now, again, pre-assessment, we're gonna take it how many times? All right. Then you have a post-assessment. The post-assessment, you can take as many times as you need to take it, right? You get 80% on your post-assessment, you get a certificate. If you get 90% or higher, you get a certificate and a badge. Is that certificate that you get industry recognized? No, it is not. You would have to go and get another test, take another exam, which we give because we are a CompTIA education academic partner. So we can give you an industry certification that you can take the test, pass the test, get your certificate, and then go to Microsoft and say, here's my certificate. I'm ready to work, okay? Next slide. This is what the certificate looks like. You will have 3 of them that go in your portfolio and your resume and your scholarship application. GS level 1, next slide. Level 2, next slide. Level 3, next slide. So, pacing guide. Again, I broke this into 4 weeks. Week 1, you should be able to knock out computer fundamentals. Take your key applications assessment, 80% or higher, 90% or higher, earn certificate and badge, 80% earn certificate. Next slide. Week 2, key applications. There's what we're going for. Take it 1 time, pass with 80% or higher. Next slide. Week 3, same thing. Now, at week 3, you'll see I say submit and order laptop pickup between July 15th and 26th. And August 5th and August 16th. The reason there's a gap between the 27th and the 4th is because we're out of town on the East Coast, okay? But just because you submitted your order, and you scheduled your laptop pickup for July 26th, we're gonna log it. If July 26th comes and you have not, next slide, finish that. You don't get the laptop. But look at what this is. When to email, when to text, when not to text, when to instant message, phone, and VoIP. Anybody know what VoIP is? My man. All right, you going to UNKC? School of Engineering? All right, no, that's right. Good, we got a few there. Online conferencing, remote computing. You have your workbooks, you have your labs, but this is your moneymaker right here, y'all. This last one is your moneymaker. I do not care how many certifications, how many degrees, BS, PhD, if you don't master this, life's gonna be hard. And all this is just like being a good person, good people, respecting others. Things that y'all see on TV that they don't show us that we do, right? Digital principles, ethics, skills, and citizenship. Easy peasy. Order your computer, knock that out. Next slide. All right, everybody get your phone out, take this picture. You're gonna get these slides. We set up a classroom, Microsoft Teams. You're familiar with Microsoft Teams. You will have a Microsoft Teams classroom. You will log into the Microsoft Teams classroom, and you will be able to get to your account. Next slide. Next slide. No, let me go to the internet. Can you see?
Did everybody get a picture?
No.
Did you
Oh,
get
they
it
didn't get a picture. My bad.
Everybody
I'm sorry. Y'all, my ADD just kicked in. Y'all wanna know what happened? Let me get out the way.
Thank you, you are late.
You're struggling to get it in the front. It's on the side and in the back too.
in the back.
Well, I forgot you could do that.
And you'll get this packet, you'll have this packet, but I just wanted to tell you, you'll be able to log in, this will log you into your team's classroom at any time. And you'll also have a direct link. Okay? Cool? Are y'all excited about this?
Yeah.
You serious? Yo. It's funny. I didn't get my first computer until my freshman year in college. That was about 3 months after the Lord's Supper. No, just play. Let me go to the website. Everybody got a picture? I want to show you the learning platform real quick. Is that cool? And then we get out. See? Look at that. What time is it? 8 minutes till. Ah, my bad. I know. He's looking at me like, yo, I said 6:15. All right. So this is our website. I'm going to take you to where your learning platform is. We built out a virtual twin of Kansas City.
When?
And you're going to go into the Education and Discovery lobby. This will be a hot link. You won't have to go through all of this. We'll go into Innovation Hub. Nope, I'm in the wrong place. I'm sorry. I'm in this one. This is our IT skill trade certification part. You see this right here? It says IC3 GS6 Digital Literacy Certification. You're going to click on that door. And that door, right now it's going to take you to our website, but it's going to take you to here. And you'll log in. You'll get a username. All of your usernames will be your first initial, last name, at STEMCityKC.net. Write that part down, at STEMCity, at STEMKC.net, because you'll log into all of the passwords will be your first initial, last name, and that domain. Yes, STEM, STEM, KC.net. Pardon me? Oh yeah, you want to put it on the, here. See, when you have tech skills, you can just say, let me just add it here.
Mr. Segoviano was gonna write.
Got it? Blow it up?
Yeah.
And you can stand on the side and the back as well. And you said that was our first initial and our last name?
First initial, last name. You're gonna get your actual login, because some of you have like, you know, if you have Brian Harris, it's probably Dr. Harris and then Dr. Harris. All right. Can I go on?
Everybody got it?
Everybody got it?
And we'll
Okay.
email everything to you.
First initial.
Oh, how many classes? What am I doing? I gotta be smarter than the average bear. I'm up here typing blind, y'all, for real. I'm in reader denial. I don't like to wear readers. I can see stuff far away, but I can't see stuff up close. All right, there we go. All right, so you're gonna log in and you're gonna hit start. Esau, you wanna hit start for me? Hit start. This is what the learning management system looks like. You'll see you have your, it'll tell you how far you are. And we have 3 minutes. Let's take a quick test. For y'all. Yeah. Let's do a quick pre-assessment with them. There we go. It won't let me do it, man. Yeah, it will. All right. I don't have any gift cards. Miss, you all usually have gift cards. Y'all got $25, $50, $75 gift cards to give away if they get the question. Oh, I'm trying.
That's not us.
Go ahead and start.
We got movies.
All right. All right, which is used to make sure a user can surf the internet without the browser remembering cookies, keeping a browser history, or storing anything in the cache.
Private?
Private window? Raise your hand if you think it's sleep mode. No. Raise your hand if you think it's a screensaver. No. Raise your hand if you think it's private mode. Y'all remember that slide? All the people going left, that one going right? Raise your hand if you think it's antivirus software. Man, a whole bunch of people abstain. What's the answer? Yeah, then next. Oh, she didn't tell us. Which is one possible disadvantage of using wireless networks versus a wired network? What is a disadvantage of using a wireless network versus a wired network? More cost? Raise your hand. 1. Less security? Raise your hand. All right. More hardware? Raise your hand. Less maneuverability? Okay. All right. So hold on a second. A disadvantage of using wireless. So if it's wireless, is it mobile? If it's wireless, is it mobile?
Yeah.
So if it's wireless and if it's mobile, how can it be less maneuverability? So we can eliminate that, right? More hardware. How do I know if it's hardware? I had to read the manual and do the work, didn't I? Okay. But yeah, it is less security. It's less security. We'll do one more. That's how we did earlier. Hey. 5:59. All right, what are the 3 basic power options on a Windows 8 machine?
Ooh.
All right, sleep. Sleep. Raise your hand if it's sleep. Raise your hand if it's restart. Raise your hand if it's shut down.
So we picked 3.
Which one of the following is not?
Which are 3? So we gotta pick 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is a good point. How many of you, raise your hand, how many of you play video games? All right. Me too. I play Madden all the time. So here's the thing. Education versus gaming. Digital education, online test taking, right? You all heard of a word or term called computational thinking? You have? Tell me, what is it?
Isn't computational thinking like breaking down a problem?
It's breaking down a problem. But in order to break down the problem, you have to understand the problem, right? Right? So that is, man, if you take a test, a lot of people take tests. There's a lot of super brilliant people that show as D students because they take their tests as if they're playing a video game. Think about it. When we play a video game, we react to what we see on the screen. No, we call ourselves having strategy and doing this, but we're reacting. And a lot of people do that. So when you computationally think on a test, you're gonna read the question, process the question, read it again, then answer it. You're responding versus reacting. If I'm playing a video game, I'm reacting. If I'm taking a test, I need to be thinking. If I'm thinking, critically thinking, remember Dr. King's education, I'm responding. You respond strategically, not emotionally. Make sense? Yes, ma'am.
Question about the question, right? So I was writing it down because I was trying to visualize the shutdown screen.
Uh-huh.
So couldn't it either be restart or reboot because they do the same thing?
Good question.
What are the options? I can't see him.
Okay, sleep, restart,
And shut down.
shut down, reboot.
Okay, and what's the question?
So since y'all are no longer in high school, I can tell y'all that in high school, first paragraph, summary, and then I would say, well, that is that. 3 of these things are alike and one of them ain't.
No, see, here's the thing though. I'm scared.
That's called breaking down a problem
Yeah.
computationally without even knowing the real answer.
Yeah. But I feel like restart and reboot can't be this because they're technically the same thing. I think reboot might be the odd one out.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a good point.
Yeah, sleep is the one where you just like let it go. It's not like fully off, but it's like in rest mode.
It's in rest mode, so it's not off, right?
Exactly.
And he said, which one is not a power mode?
Which one is not one of the basic power options? Like when you hold down the power button, there's like 3
Oh, yeah,
options.
reboot.
Yeah.
Just reboot.
Yeah.
Because restart sleep.
All
and
these-
shut off.
Hit next. I'll post in the team's chat the answer. All right, let's exit. Let's
This
exit.
is a Windows-based computer. Just hit the thing.
Put grade and exit or just save it and exit?
Save and exit, because I want to give them that answer. Because if you grade it, it's going to
Yes,
say
yeah.
38 questions. It's going to give us a big old Christmas tree. You ever got a paperback and you had so many check marks and it looked like a Christmas tree? Christmas tree. All right, that's all I have. We'll every Tuesday. I'm probably going to come back next Tuesday because there's a couple of really. Can I show one video? Can I show one video?
He is gonna go to
Please. For him.
Send it to him.
No.
We gotta go. We gotta
Oh.
go. We gotta go.
You're not going to bill me for not being 45
We
minutes?
got-
I was supposed to do 45 minutes. We're gone.
You can show
I'll
it
show
next
y'all the
time.
video next week.
Next
on my time.
But wait a minute, we wanna make sure that it's crystal clear that, you're gonna send me username, passwords, the pacing guide. Now, I wanted to have a pacing guide to make sure that everybody's successful. You know, you have each week and what you need to do. But if you can knock it out in a week, 2 weeks, that's on you. You can knock it out in one day and that's what you're gonna do, that's fine. But I just wanna make sure you have that pacing guide so that you can be successful no matter what. So, Mr. Wells will send me your username, password, pacing guide, all that information. You can also, as you said this morning, there's a place in the platform where you can type questions, but also 24/7, but also Mr. Wells will give us information that if there's something, if the system kicks you out, if you're having technical issues or just a question, that 24/7 you can have support in that. So I will be sending everything to you. Make sure you look for your emails. I'll also be sending information about, I said, our Worlds of Fun tickets, which are next week. Summer You Fun today, you'll get movie ticket packet, but next week is World of Fun. Make sure that you answer. I'll do a quick little Google survey to see what dates you're interested in, because we want to make sure that you use that ticket packet for Worlds of Fun and have a good time. So I will be sending out probably in the next couple days. I'll get the information hopefully from you tomorrow, and then I'll start sending everything out.
Do anybody have any questions? Do anybody have any questions for me?
So wait, for this entire information, don't we need a computer to do this, or like?
That's a good question. Hey, no, Miss Lisa, he said, do we need a computer to do this? He's like, well, how am I supposed to do this if I don't have a computer?
So rude. Yeah, thank you. Between 11 and 1 on Tuesdays, we will have computers for you if you want to come here and if you want to do a study hall.
You see that?
Can you do it on your phone, Mr. Wells? You can do it on your phone as well.
You can answer the questions, you can watch the videos on your phone, but you cannot do the labs on your phone.
So that's where you can come, okay. So
And there's
11
always,
on
and there's
Tuesday.
always a library.
Okay, and so, and you're
Well,
saying
the
that
point
you
in
need a
getting a free
computer as well?
laptop, when you don't have a laptop, is so that you will have a laptop.
So 11 to 1,
We'll get it
we'll have
together,
laptops.
we'll work it out.
From 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Oh,
Every
so-
Tuesday.
Any more questions?
Yes, Tuesday.
Are y'all good?
Of course.
I promise you this. I promise you this. If you knock out the IC3 and you request the 101 and the 1002 and you do them, you'll be able to write your own tickets. I guarantee you that. Whatever it is you want to do, I can pull up those CTEs and I can tell you. And I'll be here for 4 weeks, so just letting you know. All right? Thank you all for having me. See you, sir.
I'm planting cucumbers. I'm planting basil.
Me too. I'm planting basil.
Do you like basil?
I've never had it.
Hello? Good morning, good morning. You go in my classroom and you ask children where do they get their food. They say the gas station, the drugstore. That's appalling to me that children are shopping for food in a drugstore. We're seeing all kinds of health anomalies in communities of poverty.
You got the bodegas with 5 different types of pork rinds, but no fresh fruit.
There's a strong linkage between having poor diet, having poor health outcomes, and then it's just affecting your quality of life across so many different dimensions.
Zip code and skin color should not determine outcomes in life. I'm out to change that. Hello, Toledo! How many of you would be excited about having a tower garden in your school? I had this vision. I could teach children if I put this magical garden in the middle of a classroom and built school around it.
Stephen Ritz and his Green Bronx machine are opening young minds to science, nutrition, and wellness.
When you cultivate a palate, you are changing the trajectory of those children's lives and taste buds forever. You like the lettuce?
Yeah, I like the lettuce.
For me, the greatest resource in the world is the untapped potential in communities like mine.
Parents are sending us their best kids. They're not keeping the good ones at home.
Can you put the chair down? Can you put your arms through your shirt? Maybe that'll help bring some brain power.
I hope my son can see past the hood. When he goes home, he tells me about the garden or what he's tried and what we should try. He has 1,000,001 suggestions.
What's happening in the inner city and beyond, a lot of that has to do with food, period.
Children want to be engaged and involved in something. So sometimes you gotta pull a little magic out of the hat.
You can hug it, but not too tight.
My favorite subject is science. I'm a quick thinker. Look at mine right now. Look at mine.
How did you do today?
Good.
All right, Lord.
I'm exhausted. I'm emotionally depleted. But my heart is full.
Oh my God.
Once you see it the first time, you're inspired. But the fact that you keep seeing it over and over again, how lives are being changed, then you're motivated. Something special is happening here.
This is how change happens. Access to healthy food, one person, one community at a time.
You can't rush growth. You can't go from seed to harvest without care and cultivation in the middle.
bend. So follow your vision and show everyone you can. Make it out the dark, set fire to the evil. Live your life to right and maybe make a sequel. Other people follow who they wanna be like. So be someone who does right, just be someone who does right. I don't wanna live a life that feels broken. I wanna walk on a path that's paved golden. Singing on a stage, saving lives and getting paid.
divide it into 2 or 4, and then, so look, when I put it in here, even though I don't know which wire it is, and it's not beeping, I'm physically holding it close intentionally. I tested all these wires, it's not here. I eliminated whatever, 15 cables, I could go, I'm gonna do that. So we know it's here. I could go like this, and see, it's starting to show us. Of course, the cables don't have to be terminated. These ones are, but they don't have to be terminated.
That pissed me off. What pissed you off? Oh, that.
How you doing? Okay. What you doing with these?
Putting them in.
Bye.